Yo, what's up? What's up, everybody? What's up, my folks? My folkers.
I love it when they think I'm stupid. That's my favorite secret. And they think I'm losing. I'm just creeping. I just come through, pop, shoot 'em, leave 'em. I don't miss a shot. You can see I'm bleeding. I play them like tic-tac-toe. It's a two-way street, but nowhere to go. Thought I would hit below. I aim for the head. Give 'em time, bless your heart. I need these niggas dead. Don't get in my way. I ain't come to play. I just pop on the scene. Yeah, I'm here to slay. I mean, I'm here to stay. Did you catch my drip? Aim for the rip. Might trip but never slip. Wish I was goody, but I'm the bad Betty. If you like what you see, you can call me daddy. I mean, Zaddy. The pleasure, I'm ready. Got me back my knees, catch the tongue catchy. Switch the flow, bro. Roll your boat. Gently down the stream, don't ever come for me. Don't let shit pass unless you shitting me. It's a puff pass, then it's back to me. I'm a dangerous freak. I fuck you when you sleep. Got your legs wide open, you only come for me. You can keep the beef. Shit's for the streets. I just looked in the mirror, still keep.
Oh, what's going on, bro?
Out the bed, I'm still feeling me. OG, still doing what I do best. That's me.
Keep pausing.
You a hating bitch, you still dissing me. I just hop out the bed,
Keep
I'm
pausing.
still feeling me. You can keep the beef. Shit's for the streets.
It was.
I just looked
See, I
in the
can't
mirror,
hear it pausing.
still key. I just hopped out the bed, I'm still feeling me. Still don't give a fuck. Still OG. Still doing what I do best, that's doing me. You a hating bitch, you still dissing me. I just hopped out the bed, I'm still feeling me. I just hopped out the bed, I'm still feeling me. I just hopped out the bed, I'm still feeling me. I'm still feeling me. I'm still feeling me. I just hopped out the bed, I'm still feeling me.
Okay. Woo!
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Gotta like one of that. Who's that, dog?
That's Kiki the Weirdo. That's her name, yo. Kiki the Weirdo.
Kiki the Weirdo. Hey, shout out to Kiki the Weirdo for dropping the flows. That was dope. But I guess stepping at the moment. So we do get into it, but we do hear them put my hard hat on. Step in there.
Nah, not yet, man. Chris said he might jump in when I get home. I might jump in when I get home. You might, man, or you jumping in, man. What you doing, man? What you doing?
Hey,
you know we're gonna say something. You know we're gonna say something in a few minutes that's gonna upset you. He can't help himself but to jump
we're gonna say something to make Chris be like, come on. We gonna make the face.
He gonna say, man, I gotta get on this motherfucker.
He gonna come right on like, come on. He gonna be Chris always look disappointed in it. It's like we just saying something fucked about. Hey, Chris, that's the show. That's the show.
Yeah, man.
But anyway, let's get into our intro before we get too far. Hey, what it do? What it do? Live from the pit that don't give a shit.
This is Fuck Your Opinion, the podcast.
With your man 2K Dan.
And I'm Don Gotti Nash. At some point, we should be joined by Step the Lover. He's floating around somewhere.
As you see, that always kind of mix up the sequence when we ain't all on boom, boom, boom. But welcome back, friends, family. People who just check out the podcast in other countries like Europe and Ireland. If you don't watch our show every once in a while, we'll get some hits in from some folks overseas, and they'll drop in and say, give their opinion. Sometimes it's some little far-fetched shit, but we always love it because we want everybody to join and, hang out. And I'm sorry if y'all can see my screen behind me. My call it dirty. You can't really see it because gotta fix the blue screen. But anyway, always like to make sure we get the fans some kind of quality. Something like, man, what the fuck is that blue screen keep blowing my eyesight in the back? That's if you watch. But anyway, welcome back. As I always like to start off by saying, the views and opinions expressed on this show are of the individual and not the entire show itself, because sometimes people say some wild shit Sometimes we post some wild shit. What's up, Rocky?
We got Rocky in the building. What's up, Rock?
Sometimes we get into some wild shit. So see, look, Step doing straight Isaac froze Isaac Hayes off that one. I don't know. What's you good, dog?
Yeah, what's up?
I don't know. You freezing up? You going Polaroid?
I messed up.
Yeah, you going Polaroid style. I don't know what's happening out there. But anyway, what's up, Rock?
What's going on, Toucan?
I'm still jacked up,
man.
You in and out.
I don't know. It look like them still photos from what's that show they show? BET. Damn, what's the BET show? Not Unsung. Like when they show them in the studio back in '75, when they was like, yeah, but it was something happened with the women in the club, and then they show a picture of him right there, like he looked like he doing some shit, but he's supposed to be doing something else. You know what I'm saying, Rocky?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
When Rock, where you at, Rock? It looked like you in the back of your job.
I'm in the back room, man. I'm in the back room. I saw that you guys. So I figured, I ain't gonna make it home. Let me go ahead and jump on here where it's peace and quiet at.
Ah, I got you. Oh, you at the restaurant?
Yeah.
If I'm not quite right, don't you own a restaurant, right? You an actual full on chef or whatever. Hey, so where you get your training at, Rock? I ain't never get to ask you this.
Listen, the backstory used to be almost 420 pounds. Ended up doing weight loss surgery, but then I had to figure out how to eat properly, right? So it's all, listen, I didn't get to 420 pounds by accident. I know how to cook.
Hey man, that's that's me, man. The emergency. The tornado, we got a tornado warning, man. We got a tornado warning. Yeah.
Oh, but go ahead, Rock. I'm sorry.
So yeah, man, it was just listen, I got to 420 by knowing how to cook and getting in the kitchen. I was cooking the wrong thing. So I took it a step further. I'm always a hustle person, man. Everything in life. So one by one, I started feeding people out of my house. So it started off with 5 people. Next thing you know, I was cooking for about 100 people, and it got way too busy in my crib. I mean, wow. Busy. People come in all times of day, night, picking up food. And my wife was like, stop.
Wow.
So find something, found a spot, and the rest is history, as they say, man.
That's great. So sometimes they say you don't find your path finds you.
Something that you love, that saying, find something you love to do and you'll never work. It's 100% right, man. I work longer hours than I ever have, but if I would be doing this for someone else, I would hate it. You know what I mean? Doing it for myself, I'm good with it.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. Yeah, that's what's up.
Yeah, I was going to say when you were saying that, they always say, sometimes you don't find your path finds you. You know what I mean?
Man, chase money all over the place. I think the statute of limitation is over with for some of the stuff that I used to do.
Right.
But I was your neighborhood bootlegger, man. I mean, I was chasing.
You better get them. You better get them laws in order, man. For they show up at your business. Hey, what's up, man? You good?
I'm talking way back when the old cable boxes, bro. That's
wow.
The scrambler. You talking about the scrambler?
Yes, sir. That's over and done with. I ain't talking.
Oh, them was days.
I ain't talking about anything else.
Well, yeah. Hey, and at some point we all got the scramble or the scrambler. People don't, the newer generation don't know that because they say hacking now. We used to have real hacks. Like we had real Napster and all that. That was actually shared information that people weren't supposed to have. Now, you go online and they just basically offer it to you on websites and everything. But we came up from a time where you literally had to steal it if you wanted it. So.
Absolutely.
I understand.
Absolutely.
I understand. Let's get it. I see Don put this up here.
This is exactly what I came on for, right here.
Oh yeah, we already know.
Hey yo, gang, fuck your opinion, folks and family. Like I said before, their views and thoughts are expressed on this show or a part of the individual, not the show. Let's get into it. Bill Cosby freed. What was it, yesterday or the day before yesterday?
I think it was yesterday. I think that shit was yesterday.
Yeah.
Anyway, Philadelphia Supreme Court, because of some missing or lapse in evidence, caused Bill Cosby to walk on his, I don't know how many counts of sexual assault. I think it was like at least 30.
They wasn't supposed to be able to charge him. Yeah, they wasn't supposed to be able to charge him in the first place. So that's the technicality that he was able to get out on.
So
Right.
what this happened is Bill had an agreement to go through a deposition. Going through that deposition, he incriminated himself because he couldn't invoke the fifth and all that because he made a deal with the prosecutor at that time, with the DA, stating that, we're not going to pursue charges, speak freely. So this was for civil suit purposes for people more or less. When you talk civil suit, you're talking about getting paid. So he basically incriminated himself, did say, I committed this, I did this, I gave this drug, blah, 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 had sex with this person, did all of that. That was in I think it was 2005, I think. And then fast forward to 2015 when he was going to trial, a new DA took over and thought, hey, you know what? I don't have to live by what he made a deal with that DA. I'm going to use this stuff against him. Hence, he found guilty, went to jail. As he then goes to jail, this is where money, folks, money, right? Let's not get it twisted. This is where money gets you out. And he got out on a technicality. He admitted that he did it. He said that he did it. He expressed what he did when he did it in those depositions. But because he had that deal, it more or less, they can't use that against him.
Right.
It was used in
So he basically at that point he was declared he wasn't given a fair trial.
So they
used evidence that was not supposed to be used.
They his sentence based off of that agreement that he had in the civil part of it. So here's what I'm going to say, and this is why I jumped on. And I got to guard my words to a certain degree. And what I mean by that is the man was guilty. The man was guilty. The man told you what he did. The man did all of these things. He did some of these heinous things. He's guilty. He got off on a technicality. I don't want to say we should be celebrating this, which some people are, and I get it, but we're talking about a rapist. Plain and simple, we're talking about someone who is guilty. Granted, he got off through the judicial system. He used the things that are according to law that got him off. So I don't celebrate him. I'm not celebrating him. I'm not celebrating R. Kelly. I'm not celebrating anyone that has forcefully taken the coochie, bottom line. So, he was revered back in the day as this man, all us, Mr. Wholesome. Listen, what happens in the dark, as my grandmother and grandfather would say, will come out in the light. And the light shine bright on him, man. This to me ruins his legacy of what he was doing for Black people. Period.
Now you want to say something? Or I usually cut it in.
And I'm not.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm in the background. Just go ahead.
Fuck Bill Cosby.
Fuck Bill. I mean, you know what? I'm kind of on the fence too because I grew up with this person as Dr. Cosby. I never really grew up with Bill Cosby. It's more like looking at him as a father figure, as they say, the thing for Black America, whatever. What he did as far as his objection to the stereotypes that Black people had been undergoing and things like that. So what he tried to do as far as to give the perspective of a Black family and Black men and Black children actually having a level of success and cohesiveness instead of from what was shown, that was a far cry from good times. But I understand a lot of people are angry about Bill Cosby because of this. I just felt like even though he committed or basic crimes, he did his time or whatever it was, he still, like you said, through the legal system was able to gain his freedom. Now, does that mean that he won't be still considered a rapist? No, everybody's still going to say Bill Cosby is this and that or whatever. But it was also at a time where, he still always have tried to champion to do correct things for people, especially people of color. So that's why I kind of feel fucked up at, because, it's like, man, this Bill Cosby, he was, we didn't heard
what you call him?
Million jokes.
Bill
Cosby.
Did you call him Bill? Yeah, I thought you slid that in. You slid that.
Bill Cosby, man. This is Bill Cosby, to put the pop and stuff. But listen, and this is one thing that I understand. And like I said, when I listen to his story, and Bill Cosby said it himself out his own mouth, but it was used as a comedy, a routine where he was talking about the whole thing about Spanish Fly and him living in a Playboy mansion and seeing the type of things that went on and how women obviously were drugged and put in difficult positions in which they were used sexually, sex was used against them to advance whatever career, whatever it was. He's still champion for black and gave back to what was considered the community. Now, like I said, I don't want to think that he deserves to be completely, exonerated, but at the same time, hey, let him keep doing what he's doing. And Rocky froze up, and now I think we lost Rocky. I think it's just.
Oh, there you go.
I think what it is because all this storms and all this shit going on as far as the weather.
Yeah, but nah, I don't know enough about the information that they say they have. I don't know if I haven't seen anything. I ain't seen the disposition or whatever. I didn't see that. You seen like Rocky? You seen like what was said in the did he freeze up? Everybody froze up.
I'm here. Oh, you
okay.
In his deposition? I mean, I don't even know. Yeah.
See, I don't know what was said in it, and I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what was. I'm not going. You know what was said in his disposition? Rock,
can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
So in his deposition, he did admit to the drugging. He admitted to the sleeping.
We call it heavy petting or fondling or whatever.
He admitted to all of this stuff. So it was, again, it was more or less because the DA he thought that there was not enough evidence for him to prosecute. There wasn't enough evidence in the whole thing, and that the women had come. It took so long for them to come. So that's why the DA didn't pursue any charges. However, you're a civil suit. You don't have to, claim right away or whatever.
You don't have to worry about criminal.
Correct. It's not a criminal form. It's all about money at that point. So, they waived everything, let him testify, and the agreement was we would not use this against you. Well, that prosecutor didn't, but the next prosecutor said, F that, I'm going to use it.
Well, see, they wouldn't, but see,
that's his civil rights or whatever rights.
Yeah, but see, that's where they messed up at. You know what I'm saying? But he still did some time though. He still went in and did a little time. So he actually was going to do all that shit because he said fuck. He was just like, you know what I'm saying? He was going to do.
He still maintained his innocence.
He wasn't going to plea. Yeah, he wasn't going to plea. He wasn't going to take the plea. Like he just was going to do.
He called into a radio station to still give his plea of innocence against whatever charges that were brought against him, as far as certain, because some of them they said was not all correct as it was said or heard out to be. So that was the biggest issue. It was like out of 60, we may have at least 3/4 or a third of women that are telling the truth, and other women they may not have a strong enough case. So I guess he's going with the innocence based on what cases he was facing. But like I said, man, one thing is everybody believed that, no, everybody didn't believe, but it was somehow a little conspiracy about how, he was trying to do some things with NBC and be a controlling member of the board. And, when they waited until he actually had a chance to do something in which he would have more influence to basically shut him out. So, like I said, everything that it is what it is. Ain't always
his TV co-star was actually going to bet for him. She tweeted that he finally he got out. Like she was for him, but then she had to backtrack, and they've been on her ass about it.
They got on Claire Huxtable's ass. So she says,
but she's always had his back to as far as damn. I'm just saying if I would have heard it from her, with messing up, it like if I didn't hear it that's what kind of always threw me off. Like, damn, you ain't never try to like you don't hear nothing about that shit. In those circles you didn't hear about it. So it kind of make you like, damn. It's like somebody that's in your family and shit. You don't know that you don't know this dark shit. And then you just look at them like, nah, that ain't my grandfather, that ain't my father. Nah. But then you don't know. You don't know. I mean, you just don't know. It's just crazy.
They got some suspect shit.
Yeah.
Hey, Rock, you still there?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, so here's what I'm gonna throw the analogy of, because I see that us as people, we do this a lot, where Bill did a whole lot for the community. Bill did this, Bill did that. I equate this to, and maybe I'm wrong, is it right that the neighborhood drug dealer is poisoning our community, but he's out there buying turkeys during Thanksgiving, buying Christmas presents, giving to the kids?
Mr.
No, it's not right. but we vilify them as all, they just getting their hustle on or whatever the case may be, and they're taking care of the community. No, they're killing the community. What Bill did was basically just, he was one person, one persona, but that real person back there was in the dark and got caught out there.
I mean, and for that respect, there's some drug dealers who do take their money and build basketball leagues and take young men who didn't have opportunities and give them to them. And that's the devil's advocate, because we live in a world really where the bad guys do good as well. So you get to a point where sometimes you don't know who the fuck is who and what's doing what. They always doing some kind of sacrifice or something behind closed doors, but in the front office, they seem like they actually contributing to something better. So
yeah, but I don't think it takes away from what he did. Like as far as the the TV, the stuff that he did, I don't think it takes away from that.
HBCUs and
do it make
a lot of charitable foundations and stuff, man. I mean, he may have been.
But yeah, but do it make you? Yeah. Are you looking at him differently? Yeah, you definitely are. But I don't think it takes away from the stuff he did.
I mean, the thousands of kids he put through college and shit. I mean, I can't take away from that.
Hey man, I can take away from all that shit. That motherfucker Bill. Look, man. People are This dude, his legit job is an actor. We do not know this motherfucker at all. He is an actor. I get tired of people that fall in love with these people and they're acting.
Reach.
You don't know these people, and obviously we don't know America's dad. That motherfucker was America's rapist.
Yeah, but I'm saying it don't take away. I'm saying it don't take away from that aspect of what he brought to the table.
Half them people have a community with them that do all that stuff for them and put their name on it.
And that shit still, I mean, it's not like
it helps. Yeah, I'm cool with it helping, but it doesn't change him.
Right.
I'm separating that from, because there's other people that's on the show also that it ain't. I'm not saying that I don't look at him differently, but I'm just saying as far as that stuff, it doesn't. It for me, it don't. Like it don't take away from the Cosby Show as far as what it brought to, how it changed the game and what it brought to, to that.
You don't think something can be retro? Like you don't think that you can think back at something and look at it differently when you know somebody, like when you find out something about somebody later?
Now, I wouldn't say maybe it's as far as television, but I'm just talking about his actual things that he's achieved as far as working with his people in his own community. No, I won't sit back and be like, damn, he put 200-300 black kids through college and put them on a better path or assisted in a better development when nobody fucking else was. Listen to what I'm saying, but I ain't gonna say, well, he a rapist and he did it. Like that was somebody totally different shit.
But he was, though.
But I'm not going to say that wipes his accomplishments away, because it's people who ain't doing shit for us either, and they still ain't rapists or drug dealers or whatever. They ain't doing shit either.
There's a moral ethical issue that's almost like saying because you're doing positive, I can just wipe away your negative. In a way, like I agree in a way, because R. Kelly, I can still like R. Kelly music.
All right, there we go. And that's time out. That's the exact same shit. Hold on. You saying the same shit I'm saying.
So you basically saying the same shit I'm saying. At the same time, me liking the music, I know R. Kelly ain't shit.
And I'm not saying, I'm not saying that's what I'm saying. Like I'm saying, I don't look at him different. I'm saying it don't take away from the Cosby Show and all that shit. It's other people on the Cosby Show. It ain't just him. Like I don't look at Theo. I don't look at Lisa. Like I don't look at them differently. And I don't look at the different world. So that's what I'm saying. I ain't saying that Cosby a great person. I ain't saying he's not a shit person or something like that. Because I do believe that it's too many of those cases, for it to not be nothing. Well, I do believe that.
Yeah, I put on Facebook and I said that I was confused. Yeah. And then I did some research on it, and apparently they convicted him unfairly, but they literally convicted him from something that came out his mouth.
Right.
Through a civil suit where he almost basically admitted what he did. But they weren't supposed to use that as a conviction. He literally confessed what he did.
Rocky said that. Rocky expressed that earlier. But like I said, I just don't want to. I'm not going to demonize the man based on that when he actually has done good. I mean, that's all I'm saying. When you got people that say, "Well, damn." So he's actually done. My argument is slightly different. Who are we to judge? At the end of the day, when everybody's up for independence.
But you and Don have different arguments.
Mine's is slightly different because I
agree with Don because he's talking about the actual art he put out as being an actor.
Yeah, it's just like the R. Kelly shit. I think the R. Kelly shit.
I'm just saying So you saying the things he's done as far as his charities and everything else?
He's not shit, dude. If Bill Cosby don't mean nothing to me, he ain't shit.
He's not. He doesn't personally have anything to you.
You ain't shit, dog. I mean, that's if it was a rape. So I got a question. If there's a rapist that ain't Bill Cosby, do we feel some kind of compassion for that person?
Right. You're supposed to have compassion for each and every fucking person. That's how it's supposed to go. I mean, I don't know how to whatever. You don't have to call it as what it is, but you're supposed to. Now, if you don't, you don't. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is his goods and he things he's done. I wouldn't say it would outweigh the bad to that extent. Where we say, well, we just not going to think about what he did or whatever those cases may be. But I won't say he's to say fuck Bill Cosby. Huh?
Let me ask you a hypothetical question. Bill Cosby obviously has a team. Do you think Bill Cosby did all this stuff, or do you think his team was like, "Hey, Bill, we should do this"?
No, that's foundations that he actually put his time and money into. There's those things. He didn't go say, "Hey, you know what? I just raped 5 women this week, so can somebody go and build me a charity?"
Hey, let's be real about it. This would have been more. He would have definitely been in jail if it went for the what's that thing, the time thing. Because it was too far out.
Statutation, statutation.
Anyway. Why is that?
What is called a statutation?
Statute of limitation.
No, that's
statute of limitation.
The statutation. The statutation.
No, I was trying to get it out.
You know what's crazy with that? It was 10 days. 10 days. If they would have waited 10 days, all of this would have.
Was it 10 days too late?
I don't know what happened with Rock, man.
Rocky at the back of the building, man. Shit's struggling a little.
But dude, why is there a statute of limitation or something like that?
You know,
if you committed a crime like that, why is there a time frame that you can't go back? And why are there certain crimes that don't have that? Like there's some stuff you can go back, but something like rape or something you can't. Like that don't make no sense.
Because more the evidence is lost in the time than it is when it first happens. You know what I'm saying? More the actual physical evidence, because then it becomes he said, she said, more than a woman being able to prove that right at the time of it happening. You know what I'm saying? More bodily fluids, drugs being in her system or whatever that could connect her and her being around.
I mean, it's just like it's just like the money aspect of it. But what about the money aspect of it? Like I hate the money aspect of it. Like that don't change shit. Like a lot of people settle out. Like why they letting you set? I'm just saying like the money aspect of it don't make a lot of sense to me either. But
I just don't like the fact. I don't like the fact that just for the simple fact that Bill Cosby's black and was successful, there are people that are backing him and totally disregarding the rape stuff. Just happy that he didn't go to jail or he out, and I don't understand that, dog. I mean, if we're gonna be
I'm explaining to you since you're talking to somebody who's telling you why. I'm telling you. Because they feel like out of all the things that he's done, certain feelings of how it outweighs in his image or whatever it is that has given people the feel. I mean, you don't have to agree with it. That's why it's fuck your opinion.
It's a lot of reasons though, man. Another reason could be that we are black people always lose anyway. We always we always like that W.
Yeah, it was like OJ.
I mean, and I'm not saying even OJ. Look at OJ. Like OJ. Hey, come on, OJ a primary example. Now we don't get.
But dude, OJ didn't even care for black people. I mean, do people?
Yeah, I know, but I'm saying you can't say when that shit saying not guilty, you wasn't jumping up like we was watching that shit at Dorman. You remember we was that shit.
Yeah, I mean, I remember, but I just didn't care.
I mean, it's a psychological thing. It goes to like I was saying.
And I'm not saying this. It's not.
When you seen it taking so many losses, no matter how terrible a win looks. It's a win. So people have an emotional attachment to it also. Okay, well, like I said, man,
they got an emotional attachment to an actor, somebody that
they do. But a lot of that stuff. I'm saying I know, but that's people have. I'm just saying people have that, man. People have that emotional attachment to their childhood, like something they something.
And not even just that. I'm just saying to Bill Cosby as a person. It's like his whole deal.
Hey, Chris. Chris,
listen,
but it's like, you don't. But
you
listen,
still
it's
had
like,
an image of
hey,
it.
we don't know Tupac, we don't know Kobe, we don't know none of them. It's an emotional attachment. You just have it, and I'm just saying, like, and I'm not saying,
No, it ain't, bro.
I'm saying,
Because unless he calling
it's
you
not
on the
different,
phone
man.
telling you, yeah, Chris, this
it's
was
no
going
difference,
on
man.
with this. You all you seeing is an image. That's what you're seeing.
Dude, right now, one of my favorite players, Kawhi Leonard. If it was something on TV, right? Even Deshaun Watson, that was for the Texans. When it got to the point where they were getting all these women, I'm like, dude, I said, I mean, that's some bullshit. Like, he gotta have done something. I can't. If we're all about this equality thing,
right?
Yeah, but you speaking from a fair.
Just because somebody's black.
So at the same time,
give the rape on credit.
But okay, so we're gonna give the rape on Kobe?
Yeah.
See, but no,
I don't know
you
Kobe,
might.
dog. I don't.
Yeah, okay, but I'm just saying the way he was celebrated. The way he was celebrated is still annulled that whole rape charge. The whole Denver incident got white.
You know why? Because they want him on the basketball court. I know Kobe as a basketball player. I do not know him off the court.
You don't, but still,
it's the same story. You know Dr. Cosby, but you don't know him personally. But you vilify him, but most people don't vilify.
Tupac had a rape. Mike Tyson.
Yeah,
Mike Tyson had a. I mean, Mike Tyson had a some shit that I'm just saying, like, it's that emotional attachment you have to these people. And I understand sports, but some people might not like sports. It might be a television show that might be iconic to them.
I'm just saying.
I'm just telling you why people might. I'm telling you why people might. Because to me, he like a. I'm saying, and it goes to the same family argument. It's like your grandfather. You know what I'm saying? Like, to some people, they might look at that like somebody like. That's their grandfather. I grew up off of Bill Cosby. Nah, he wouldn't do no shit like that. Some people take that shit.
Yeah,
some people takes that to the head.
Yeah, but you can't live in the fake world, dog.
I understand that, but I understand that.
So you say you can't live in we all live in the same world. Because if you say if you give Kobe, so
Cliff
basically
Huxtable, that was his name. That's an acting name. Cliff Huxtable is not a person. That motherfucker name is Bill Cosby, and Bill Cosby's a rapist. That's it. That is what it is, dog.
You see
what I'm saying?
I'm gonna tell you another person. Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson, another one. I'm just telling you, man. He made Thriller,
right. So
he made Thriller.
When you ask that same, you be like, I don't understand how people. That's how
he made Thriller, man. He made the Cosby show, man. He made Thriller.
Cosby out. Bill Cosby once again. He's out here. Free the cause now. Cause free. Everybody else got to deal with it. He don't want to sit in prison, so he the one got himself or whatever. And they shouldn't have did him dirty to put him in there in the first place.
Oh my God. So now you even upset that he even had to serve time for something he actually
No,
did?
listen. I said they shouldn't have done him dirty to put him in there. They should have done it the right way. Like, then his ass be staying in there.
Out of all this debate, and that's one part, because I listened to some of the lawyers that were talking over the case. They did do him dirty because they promised him, even though he was admitting a crime, they promised him that they weren't going to use that as conviction.
Why they keep doing the money? It's the money shit though. You doing all these civil cases. You seeing this shit. What's the problem? And that's what I'm saying.
I can't care about it though because my man admitted raping. I mean, I just can't. I'm sorry.
Did he admit it? Hold up now. Shit. Did he admit it, or did he say he gave us some shit?
He said he gave.
What if they was really said it was? And that's why I'm saying I don't know enough to
No,
was they going over there to get high? He was very coarse with his words. He said heavy petting and rubbing. He never said he went for full intercourse with somebody. I'm being real. I'm being real. He made Cosby, man. He made the Cosby.
He said it was rubbing and heavy petting. That's what he said. I'm not lying. I don't even know what heavy petting is. I don't know what that was after
the drugs, right? That was after.
I don't know. No, that was doing the drugs. That was. I don't even know what that means.
I'm gonna say this, man. I got some controversial shit to say, but I'm just gonna let it be controversial, man. All I'm gonna say.
Let's get Baylor.
Gonna move on. I'm saying I got some real controversial shit to say, but I'm gonna keep it to myself, man. I'm keep it to myself.
No, go ahead and say it.
Free the cause, man. Free cause.
You gotta say it.
All right, man.
Now,
This all. Nah, man. I ain't even gonna say that shit. That shit.
let's go to the next joint, man.
I'm good, man. We gonna say that shit. That shit too hardcore, man. I tell y'all off air, man.
The wildest shit. We gotta get some more stories in here. Yeah. We got the next joint. Is the wild shit is Kanye West is suing Wal-Mart for imitating the Yeezy foam runner. If you can see the picture here, that is definitely the same fucking shoe. I don't even know why Wal-Mart would do that. That's not even worth doing. Why would you even that's a shoe not even worth fucking imitating.
I can't. First of all, I mean this might not be popular. I can't stand these Yeezy shoes anyway. That shoe is ugly, and they bought that.
That shoe look like a marshmallow after you pull it out the 5. If you don't put the chocolate and the graham cracker on it fast enough, when they pull it out and it's just oozing off the stick, that's what them shoes look like.
Unmolded clay.
It look like, I'm telling you, it looks like when you pulling the marshmallow out the 5 and it was already starting to melt. The shit's just dripping off the goddamn stick.
Hey, but Walmart selling they version of this joint for $75, man. They selling that joint for $75.
That's even worse.
Hold on. Yeezys is for $75, but Walmart selling them for $20 to $30.
That's even worse.
Shit, I think Walmart making them affordable. They just making them Jones affordable. Hey, I ain't even gonna lie, man. And just because it is what it is, if I seen these motherfuckers at Walmart for $20, they ugly as shit. I cop me the Walmart imitation, man. Fuck it.
See, I
cop that joint for $20, man.
That ain't right. This man, he done got his hard work trying to build his empire, and Walmart gonna come and cut him.
Hey man, Kanye makes some of the ugliest shit, man. It just
absolutely.
I mean, and that
wasn't even worth it though. That wasn't even worth a cut. Why they couldn't do it with like the other Yeezys, the wave runners and stuff? You come and do the goddamn foam runners. I mean, first of all, that's a disrespect. I think he should sue Walmart because that's a disrespect for them to bootleg the ugliest shoe he has. I think that's the ultimate disrespect. And then you're gonna make it half price. You're gonna bootleg the ugliest shoe I got and then make it half price.
Shit, it's less than half. It's less than half price. They cut 60.
Unless they're giving him a cut of the proceeds. That's the only thing I can think of.
Yeah. That's the world's ugliest shoe that they. I mean, that's just. It's not even worth the lawsuit. Yeah, it's a lot of times with these companies when you see shit like this, where you say, "Who's in charge? Who signed?" My favorite line is, "Who signed off for this shit?" Like, who was in charge when they came and said, "You know what? Like, if we were all 4 here, and that just came to us as a group, and we were like corporate, whatever, for Walmart." And I said, you know what? I got us an idea. I spoke with a company, and they can make us a bootleg Yeezy foam runner, and we can charge $30 for it. I don't really see in a meeting someone saying, you know what? That sounds like a great fucking idea. I don't think somebody's saying, why the... Go ahead, right? If you was in a meeting and I came with that, what was your response?
Here's my answer to that. Look at what has happened the entire legacy of Black folks. Okay.
Hey Rock, hold on for a second, man. Hey Rock, hold on for a second, man. How the fuck you get home so fast, man? God damn,
I live down the street.
What you did disappeared? This motherfucker, he just disappeared. He was at work and just disappeared. He at the crib, he chilling.
Because I was saying, you know what? This might be me back here. You know, I'm there at the router, so I don't know what was going on. But
yeah, everybody internet crispy except mine's right now, man. My shit I got the yellow bars, man.
Live 2 minutes from the crib.
What were you saying? Right. Go ahead, Rock. What were you saying?
Go ahead,
look at history, man. Look what always gets stolen. All ideas of Black people, right? We can't have shit. So Kanye can't have this. This is just another theft part of what's going on. Elvis Presley, these shoes, lights, electricity, the telephone, cotton gin, all of these things that John Baker Smith made versus the real people who make stuff. So this is just another theft attempt.
Hey, but truth be told, man, everything gets roughed up everything. I mean, they try to remake everything and sell it cheaper. I mean, it could be a new wave oven. They're gonna call that shit something else. They're gonna call. I mean, it's everything gets the cheaper version, which a lot of people buy. You buy the cheaper version. Now I know shoes is hard because people ain't gonna join on you. Damn, this ain't a new wave. What's up, man? You getting the bootleg shit? Now a motherfucker ain't gonna let you. They gonna let you have it with these. Well,
wait a minute. Now, let me tell you the truth. Now, it's guaranteed some white folks out there that will cop them Walmart wave runners and wear them joints like gardening shoes. They'll be like, "Yo, I see these." They will buy.
They're very comfortable.
I will cop them Jones for $20. I ain't even. I'll cop the Walmart.
They're the trash runners. When you gotta go out to hurry up and take the trash out to the curb, that's what those are. You just throw them on and just run outside.
If I was taking trash out with them on, I throw them in there with it.
Yo, man.
I cop them Jones on, and I'll be taking pictures. I'll be like in the background. They be like, "Damn, he got the Yeezys on that shit." I'm like, "Yeah." They're like, "Done." They cop the Yeezys, but I be like in the background. You won't even see me close up and shit.
6 pairs.
Yeah, you see.
Dog got 6 pairs. He got
all the rainbow.
He got the whole collection.
Actually, I'm surprised that he only selling these motherfuckers for $75. I was actually shocked that he ain't. I'm surprised them Jones ain't $250 because they be selling.
Because the shoe is made from old cup holders. Like when you go to McDonald's and all the cup holders and shit. Wow. That shoe probably cost them 35 cents to make.
Wow. I'm surprised at the price. That kind of shocked me. I was like, damn, $75. I mean, because that's tip. I thought Walmart was selling their shit for $75 and then Kanye shit was $350.
I see people
and to be honest,
they tell me they're comfortable. They look so bad to me.
And to be honest, I actually seen a guy. I live in the DC area. He was jumping out of his car, running into like the store or somewhere to get something quick. Young guy, and he had a pair of the Yeezy foam runners on. And when I looked down and seen those, I was like, "Is this?" He just basically is this the man's version of the Crocs? Because women throw those on. So I don't know. Kanye West could be a mad genius, or did go up, Don? It said with Kanye West. Hey,
I cut Kanye off after that. What was the last good album? And then he got stupid.
Well, go right there. He said when West Slip on the foam sneakers were introduced in 2019 for $75, they garnered some ridicule with people comparing these to Crocs on social media. Like I said, I don't know, man. Do you at this point, if he's getting paid, either way,
he get paid.
Is he a mad genius?
That shit got him billionaire status, man. He actually surpassed Jay-Z, like money wise, because Jay-Z had a big ass head start.
He the one that made me realize there wasn't no slavery, right? Ain't that what he said?
I think that was a man more than genius. He said Kanye said slavery was a choice. That was his thing. Slavery was a choice. So him and Bill Cosby definitely on the same team.
Charles Barkley, Bill Cosby, and Kanye same boat with me, dog.
You said Kanye? Come on, man. You can't put Kanye ain't do nothing, man.
See, I can't stand Kanye. That bullshit that come out his mouth.
But he ain't do nothing. He ain't do nothing, man.
Let's take Don. It's coming out his mouth. He's saying
he's another victim. He's another victim, though. He's a victim.
Oh God.
Of the Kardashian curse.
Oh look,
Kardashian curse. He
was slightly crazy when he went in there. He went batshit once he got past that door.
Man, he ain't put out no good music since he got with Kim.
Nah, because Jesus was before Kim, right?
Shit, bro.
Yeah, Jesus was before Kim, right? Wasn't Jesus before Kim?
Same time.
808 and Heartbreaks wasn't all that either. So I don't know. I mean, you gotta.
Kanye made a gospel album that I heard the whole album on my way to work. It was a 20-minute drive.
Hey, Sam's aspiring to guns tonight.
That was the 7 songs, man. That's what the joint, because Nas had like a 20 minute album too from Kanye.
Man. Just stop it.
All right, man. Here we go, man.
This is some wild shit. You got the video from this, Don?
Nah, man, I can't. I probably can't handle the video, man. So I got this picture for you,
dude.
I'm a Beverly fan. This pissed me off, dog. And then his weak ass apology. I'm just reading this.
I didn't even hear the apology. I just saw
he tweeted.
Chris Paul gave him the eye.
He did give him that eye. He gave him that steak eye. He did
give him the eye. Like go home eye.
Chris Paul, I mean, he is. I like Chris Paul, but I can't agree with Chris Paul with the ball shots he gives too much, dog. He came up hitting niggas in the nuts. I do not get that, dog. I can't make myself. That can't work with me.
Damn,
I like him. I can't stand that. That was just weird. Like, you hit niggas in the nuts. He been doing it since college. This is weird. As a player, though, he's a great player. Like, I can't sleep on any of that. But I don't know.
I think it's gonna be a good series. The next one.
And you think anybody want the championship this year? Like, we gonna have like this is terrible, man. Like, it's getting to the point
Phoenix
where it's
Suns
like
versus the Atlanta Hawks.
I mean, the Phoenix Suns is it's like the
whoever
they
takes
full
the
strength
championship this year is a mil. Hey, if there was a way to bet it, and they bet Phoenix against whoever the hell else wins,
I think it's Atlanta Hawks at this point.
Milwaukee looking good right now. They winning a half.
Yeah, I was telling people that because people like wrapping it up. I mean,
no,
yeah, I don't know. It's tough. But they need Giannis to get through. They need Giannis, and Phoenix going. They're going to go.
And honestly, if Giannis ain't going to be there, I'd rather see Atlanta than see the Milwaukee Bucks without Giannis playing in the finals.
I'd probably rather see that too.
Yeah,
I still would take them over Atlanta. I don't know, man. Because Young kind of jacked up too. So I mean, he treading it thin too.
My question is okay, we all men. In sports, you say they got the best of them and all that. But at a certain point, you be like, yo, Patrick Beverly, and he ain't no sucker. But I'm like, you're gonna have to see me at some point in time because that bullshit right there. But seemed like it was just childish. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could have damn near gave me a whiplash. You gonna shove me in the back off.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Phoenix should at least push the motherfucker back. They just looked at him.
Like
they didn't want no smoke.
Right.
You can see that.
Right. Patrick Beverly, he's a very intense person himself. Chris Paul is very intense on a cerebral level. Patrick Beverly is intense on it. We can rumble right in the middle of the game.
Beverly and Rondo, they're at that edge where I think they'll give out some hands. Chris Paul, I think, just talks the shit.
Right. Yeah, that's what I'm
He ain't about it.
He ain't about the smoke. Beverly and Rondo, I think they about the smoke. They're gonna be like,
that's what I said. Chris Paul is a shit talker. He's going to do dirty, tough, little, grimy shit to you in the game, grind it out on a professional level. But Patrick Beverly is more, we could take this to the streets type shit. But it's sad that he had to do that because also I was looking at it like he had to apologize, because Patrick Beverly does a lot of things for the community too. He's one of those people that's looked at in our community as, being a good guy as far as, charities and things he's done for kids and, he's involved in a lot of things, so he just lost his cool. But that right there, man, I don't know. I think CP3 be like, look, after this shit is over, we got to get State Farm. What's his name from State Farm? Me and him got to meet your ass out back. If I can't handle you by myself, me and my man, what's his name? Oh, I can't remember. Now I can't remember this kid's name.
Cliff. You got to get Cliff on him.
No, it ain't.
Cliff. No, he's talking about Carlton.
No, the other kid from the State Farm commercial, Jake. He need to get you got them. He need to get him and Jake from State Farms out there and jump Patrick Beverly ass for that. Because
I'm saying his brother ain't his identical twin, ain't it? Cliff Paul.
Cliff Paul.
He got to get Cliff. He got to get Cliff on him. He got to get Cliff in the streets. Cliff should be a point guard too. Cliff in them streets.
Yeah, Cliff in the streets. He in the streets. But like I said, man, Patrick Beverly gave it. He did what he wanted to do and he did it on purpose. But just for the NBA and to keep the league.
The world too damn sensitive now, man. I mean, that used to just be sports, dog. Like, you talk shit, you push, you talk about somebody. I mean, everybody's so goddamn sensitive.
Yeah, everybody throw a couple of. Everybody
shot the man in the leg or something. I'm like,
and the funny thing about basketball players is as big as the strongest coordinated they are, you never see them really land punches on each other. They throw punches, but every punch go right past the dude's head. Then everybody breaks up the brawl. You're like, man, he threw 3 punches. All of them landed on his head.
Ain't nobody trying to fight. They try to walk into somebody to stop them.
NBA fights used to be like wrestling, man. Just it looks violent, but ain't nobody getting hurt. What you got, dog?
Hey, man, get off of it. wrestling. Man. ACP slams Ikea Jones watermelon menu apology as empty. So y'all heard about that shit? Let me see. Have you heard about that?
Shit.
I didn't know anything. I didn't know about
I ain't
this
hear about
watermelon menu. I don't go to
What's
IKEA.
this? What's this?
I don't go to IKEA. Basically,
I
fuck
bought
for
a dress
June-
from them son of a bitch.
Yeah. So for Juneteenth holiday, they had a menu, and it had let me see. It had fried chicken, watermelon, mac and cheese, potato salad, collard greens, candy yams to honor the perseverance of Black Americans.
So Toucan, you asked a question earlier. Who sits there and okays these things?
Now this was on Juneteenth. So yeah. So
this is one of those things where you say,
yeah,
I got
in the meeting,
questions before
this
I
is going to
get
be a
upset.
great idea.
Yeah, I got questions before I find a reason to really be upset. I got to be the lawyer in this. Are these usual things on their menu?
No, I've been in IKEA. They usually serve like Swiss like type of like delicacy, like sandwiches with cheese and it's more delicacy type styles. We can say I don't know what say French cuisine, but it's a lot of that
It's
type.
it's a lot of European stuff in there.
All right, but
Oh, you go ahead, Doc.
But I'm saying on Juneteenth they said they used to feed the slaves watermelon, so it's just like it's just a sensitive type thing, and it wasn't like it was from like a black person or something like that. It was
This is the toughest thing about that. Hey Don, the toughest thing to that me is when you come to a menu based on African American people. How do you build a menu without fried chicken, macaroni? If somebody actually told you to build a menu based around black, what we eat as a culture, you know what I'm saying?
We got
right.
So the employees they called.
If you ever showed up to a if you ever showed up to a cookout and they got cantaloupe, if it's a black person and you show up to a cookout and they like, man, we got some fruit over there and there's some chilled cantaloupe. You might say, hey, what the fuck is a watermelon? Y'all ain't who got chilled cantaloupe at a motherfucking cookout? We don't do that. So I mean, I think sometimes it would have to be too sensitive.
It would have to be from a black dude. It would have to be from a black dude. I guess it just depends on who's. It's just like the nigger word. Everybody can't say nigger. It's got to be who it's from. It's got to be a Pacific. It's got to be a Pacific person. But then on top of that, it's Juneteenth. So it's just like stay away from that shit. Hey, nah, and it should be somebody saying, hey, nah.
They shouldn't have even participated in that.
Yeah.
You know what? Let me rephrase that. Not to say they shouldn't have participated in it. I think the menu shouldn't have been the part. How about, hey, celebrate Juneteenth, XYZ % off, whatever the case may be. You think the chicken and watermelon is going to bring black people to IKEA? Is that what you were hoping for? The draw?
I think they were just more of the symbolism of their we're here with you too, but it was just fucked up in a sense. Because if they got Juneteenth items on certain shit, I mean that would be a lot better, but it's certain shit black people still ain't even buying out IKEA.
What y'all said, but it's a different way of looking at it. Like when y'all said who's making the decision, what we do know is there aren't any black people making the decision.
Yeah.
Any black person in the executive branch would have been like, "No, that's a bad idea."
Hey, Rich. No. Sorry. Hey, I want no part of it. Hey, you just like, no, I was no part of this shit. But and the people I think they protest the next day or something like that. They didn't go to. They had like a protest.
So after they ate the fried chicken.
After they ate the chicken.
Here's what it tells you. The chicken wasn't on point because they wouldn't have been boycotting or protesting.
Hey, good point, right? They at least should have got some black people to cook.
Hey, I do wonder who that shit fucked up. It fucked somebody up. Yeah. Like somebody probably would have been like, somebody probably would have been like, it is what it is. It fucked somebody up. It fucked somebody up. I don't know if they showed their ass.
They were like, this
somebody said this is some fucking bullshit. They probably, somebody.
And you know what? It probably was a white person. And nowadays, it probably was a white person that went there and said, I think that is completely insensitive to a person's culture to say that black. I don't even think a black person went in IKEA because after you pay for the dress and the amount of money they ask for that shit, you're going to go off anyway. Yeah. You ever bought a dress?
I wouldn't doubt that. I had today, man, I had a customer that chewed my ear for about 45 minutes. on how he's not racist, how we come together as people, that I'm so sorry for what's going on in the world. So I get you. I mean, I'm sitting there looking at him like, yeah, you know, we can all get together. We can all do one. We can do, but it I don't know if you guys experienced it. This is more than once. I mean, particularly the past like year or so, 2 years almost. I've gone to the store. I had a white woman come and say, "Oh, I'm so sorry for what's going on." I'm like, what the hell is going on?
Listen, I'm telling you, white folks been complaining about this.
I hear it all the time, bro.
It was white folks that complained about the watermelon thing. They went to go get a watercress sandwich, and it was a watermelon cut crest sandwich, and they just wasn't having that shit.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. I would want to know who it fucked up. It fucked somebody up. Like it fucked
Karen
somebody
got
up.
upset. Karen got upset.
I think Karen got upset.
Because we probably would have. It probably would have slid through. Because I mean, hey, it's a good ass fucking meal. Hey, look at this menu. God damn.
They even put some sugar in the
Hey, I might be all hands on deck with some of this shit. Like I might got everything on my.
You probably got some confused white executive. He's like, God damn! He said, "I'll give y'all the watermelon and the fried chicken."
Hey, sorry,
I'm not gonna lie. A lot of this shit is a lot of this shit. Thanksgiving. This Thanksgiving. The full is right here. You know what I'm saying? I don't know about the watermelon. The watermelon is what they could have just chopped that. They should have just, they just left that shit off.
I just think the fried. When you put both together, when you put fried chicken and watermelon together, you are screaming some type of racist epithet.
Hey, it remind me of that. You remember the Dave Chappelle skit when he was on the plane? And like, you want the chicken, don't you? You're like, what you mean I want the chicken? He give it the chicken.
They better off at this point, like doing some ham, doing some candy yams, doing anything else but fried chicken.
You literally
like, they could have did white style. They should have did yams, but did like a souffle. Doing something like that with Bless say, all right, well they did yams souffle this week, you know.
Hey man, I don't want no bougie black food. If you don't give it to me,
get the little blood. See, right? You know what I'm talking about? Get the little blood.
You want grandma and them cooking it. You want grandma and them cooking it, right?
I'm gonna be mad at you, but I'm gonna eat that damn menu, especially if it's free. I don't like this shit.
Yeah, man, this is some bullshit.
You eat it for free. You black, you can eat
this is some bullshit. Hey,
yo, wow. Hey, Don, what we got next?
All right, the last thing we're gonna talk about is the Young Thug maid.
Thug's maid.
Yeah, he saluted his maid for returning $10,000 she found in his jeans. Which is, I mean, that's pretty admirable, man. She returned the.
Honestly, that's what she's supposed to do, though.
Right.
Could have been a setup. What would y'all have done, man? I mean, I'm saying you know what I'm saying. You and not saying you. I mean,
I can't stand stealing, so I know how to give it. I mean, I don't like stealing.
Do I like the job, dog?
No. You hate this fucking job.
You know what? This is gonna get me by till I get to the next one.
But you know what's funny though? You black. You black. That's that more money shit. You know, my man put the money in, we talking about that on more money. My man put the money in there for he knew Damon Wayans was gonna steal the money. So he put that money in there. So that shit might be a setup. You might come in there, you might come in there, they know you're gonna steal that shit, yo. A lot of things I always hear about with stars, I know most poor people don't. You might find $5 or $10 in your pocket, but what I've heard from a lot of stories, and these are counted by stars themselves, a lot of their maids and people that clean their homes, they find money and jewelry and shit all the time. Sometimes guns, Lord knows with it. If you a house person, what he said, wait a minute, go back up.
You saw it too, right? You saw it too.
What did he say, Don? The rapper added that the good deed is what happens when you're a good nigga. He's trying to say he's a good nigga, so that's why. Okay, but yeah, you know, it's just like he's not
gonna give the maid props. He gonna give himself. What he did.
Hey, was that an ignorant statement, man?
Yeah.
Was that kind of ignorant? Was that kind of ignorant?
We sitting here talking about Young Thug right now. I mean, we're talking about Young Thug right now.
And he said, I mean, that's what you will do. Yeah, obviously, he got a good person to work for him because he might say himself he's a good nigga because your maid work for you, but you got a homeboy that still taking bread off the side like most of these dudes would do when they always start.
Hey, his homeboy taking that shit. It ain't no.
That's what I'm saying. You got
unless it's like the day one. That other motherfucker, he taking that shit. He taking that shit.
Then you be like, man, somebody took 10 racks. They don't know.
I throw a story at two short stories. Had a situation, went to my man's bachelor party. His brother was the linebacker for Tennessee Titans. Won't name him. Gave everybody $5,000 in singles so that we could, tip the girls. My dumb ass is the only one sitting there, making it rain. Right? At the end of the night, these dudes pocketed damn near the whole thing. What do you think? Should they? He gave the money to be celebrated, but they
Bow Wow did that shit. Bow Wow did that shit too, man. I said Bow Wow did that shit too. Yeah, Bow Wow did that shit with.
Mark, there's a lot of things with that, dog. Because my thing is, if you gave me the money, you can't tell me what to do with the money.
The money was meant for the hoes.
No,
right, that was good for the money. Hey, wait a minute. First of all, Rocky, we're gonna respect these hoes. They wasn't hoes. They was entertainment. Okay, let's respect these women. Now they are business women, so let them be respected. They are not hoes.
It was for these OnlyFans girls.
Okay, the entertainment. It was for the entertainment. You know, so you would. Hey, Rocky, I'm with you on that one. You're a bootlegged motherfucker. If I give you money to entertain the for the entertainers of the dances or the hoes, whatever, and you decide to pocket at least like $3,000, I'm like, yo, I ain't give you. I don't know you, nigga. I ain't just give you $3,000 to put in your pocket. Right.
Hey man,
at that point, if you ain't spending, give it back.
Am I the only one that heard the story correctly?
Hold on. You said you don't steal. You said you don't steal. Hold on now, man. You contradict yourself. You said you don't steal. That's stealing, man.
He gave you the money for the intent of spreading love.
So you will steal that 10K. You just told on yourself. You will steal. Hey, he just told on himself. He just told on himself. You will steal that 10K, man.
So now, second story. Way back when me and the wife worked, I was security at the mall. She was a retail person. We met in the back food court, in the truck court and whatnot. One of the armored car people dropped the bag. That's when they used to pick up the money. Do all that.
I know them bags.
Huh?
So I know them bags.
And that bag was filled with about, back in the day when they wasn't about the credit card and all that, it was cash. It was probably about $50,000 in there. She wouldn't let me keep it. She called the armored car company to come get it. Dude just came, got it, didn't even say thank you, and took off.
Hey man,
that's fine. That's all fine. He was losing.
Hey, who that was wifey?
That was wifey. She was girlfriend back then.
Damn, man.
If this was one of them crimes, she might have got bucked.
To this day, I tell her, I'm like, you crazy. I said, sometimes you got to look at what God does for you. He put that in your path.
Yo, that's how you gotta look at it.
Won't he do it? Won't he do it?
That's how you gotta look at it. She just gave it back.
That could be the devil that put that there too, though.
It's all right. I'll pray on it.
I'm right here, shorty.
hey, Sam, I'm going out Cosby style. I'm gonna keep some of it, and then I'm gonna go to church, and I'm gonna donate the rest. That way, I can just kind of avoid. I was like, Lord, thank you for this $50,000. I'm going to take it to church, and I'm gonna bless them with $5, Lord, and they're gonna go get a new organ, Lord, and a new deacon, Lord. Everything.
New deacon.
I'm gonna take that 50, but the 5 is going to the church, and then we're gonna say a prayer in the back and tell them, God bless me, so I'm blessing y'all. I balance it out.
Nah, man, you gonna do the living color jump, man. When Damon Wayans and Jim Carrey, they threw the money up in the air, whatever come back down is mine, man. That's what you gonna do, man. Whatever he keeps is whatever comes back down is mine, man.
Hey, listen, I'm trying to tell you, bro.
You give me money, and tell me you can't look. Once you give me money, the money is mine. I don't know about that.
See back there, bro.
No, man.
There you go.
No, man. You been that's messed up, man. Hey, that's first of all, but that's not your man though, and that's not your homie anyway.
This grown ass man that gave me a damn allowance. So I'm like, what the fuck is this, man? Oh, you gonna throw me $5,000? All right. I'll throw 10%.
Hey, but I'm saying it's like from what I'm saying, Rocky's saying it's not like he gave it to you before the night started. He gave it to you once the entertainment show. Like, yo, we about to go. I get there, boom, boom, boom. Let's get the party started.
Keyword gift. He gave me the money. If you gave me the money, your intent was to give me the money. Money's mine.
Oh
What
my
I do with the
God,
money,
man!
He will steal that 10K. He's definitely taking that 10K, man.
Exactly.
He's definitely taking that 10K.
His definition of stealing is just different. He gave me the money. He gave me the money.
If I want to feel a little better, I'll take my shirt off and say I stripped for 2 seconds, and then I'll be like, "Well, look, I did myself a better."
So that 10K from Thug Life or whatever his name is.
Young Thug.
I think you keeping that too.
Yeah,
He keeping it, man. He keeping it.
Chris,
He
it's
definitely
gonna come back
keeping
light.
It
It might be like
give me
8.
that,
Might be like 8, but it's coming back light. But anyway, hey fellas, thank you for joining in. Once again, been a great show. Thank you for those who watching this and those who have yet to watch this and see us talk shit like we do every fucking Thursday at 9 o'clock here on Fuck Your Opinion, the podcast. Hey Don, where can they find us on? What social media?
Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, PYOPod. Check us out, man. We also on Twitch, everywhere, man. Twitter, PYOPod.
Once again, the brother Rocky, the brother C Sam's for rocking with us. Step wherever you at. We catch up with you on the latest. We out.